Walk away.
Oh, when my buddy gets back, you're gonna be in trouble.
Back away.
You're gonna be in
Back
trouble
away.
right now. Hey, dude.
Welcome to First Person Defender, where regular people come face to face with unknown attackers.
Drop the gun! Drop it! Drop the gun! Come after me! Drop the gun!
And fight their way out. This is First Person Defender.
On this episode, our good guy actually carries a light and a weapon-mounted flashlight on his gun. But does he know how to use it in a low-light scenario like this one? All that right now on First Person Defender.
These force-on-force scenarios use training guns that fire non-lethal projectiles.
My name's Alan, and I'm originally from upstate New York. I was an officer in the Air Force for 7 years, and I work currently as an emergency room nurse. I got my first carry permit in, I want to say, 2004. And once I did that, that gives you a whole new perspective on what a gun is for and what you use it for and its advantages in everyday life. There's a lot of people that are misinformed and don't understand that a good guy with a gun is a resource to be used by the police and by everybody else around them and not a detriment to them and not somebody to be afraid of.
Alan seems intelligent, competent. He made a decision to carry on a regular basis. He was in the Air Force, so a military veteran. Seems like a sharp guy.
The only time I've really had to use a gun or pull it out was when I was in Iraq, but that's not an everyday situation, obviously, but for the most part, I've never had to use my gun or felt a need to pull out my handgun. I think carrying and being in the military go hand in hand. I think people get a very good appreciation for firearms and become more acclimatized with them, but I think it makes perfect sense that anybody in the military would carry on a daily basis because they understand that they're defending the country and I should be able to defend myself when I'm out and about.
So the scenario today is in basically a dark parking type garage where he has to get to his vehicle. Maybe he's leaving a store or work and he's approached by an individual, and he's going to have to identify the intent of this individual and then react to what the individual does, and then utilize his handheld flashlight or potentially weapon-mounted light and the skills he has in that low light environment. So it'll be fun.
I got you.
Parking garages are tricky. There are many factors to think about. Does Alan have what it takes to navigate to his vehicle when approached by an attacker?
You okay? What's wrong? You okay? What's wrong? The ER entrance is over there, okay? Keep going.
Hey,
What's up?
you're that guy.
What guy?
You're the guy from the bar. I told you meet me out here.
What are you doing with your
I
hands?
told you meet me out here. I got something for you. I'm glad you met me. I'm so mad at you. Oh,
Stay away from me, please.
Hey!
Hey, stay away from me or I will shoot you.
Dude!
Stay away.
Hey!
Stay away.
Hey,
Back up. Back up. Back up.
I told you.
Back
You got
up
a gun?
now.
You got a gun.
You will back up or I will.
What are you doing?
Stop. Walk away.
Oh, when my buddy gets back, you're gonna be in trouble.
Back away.
You're gonna be in
Back
trouble
away.
right now. Hey, dude.
Keep going.
What are
Keep
you
going.
doing? Why are you so?
Keep going.
I got something for you.
Show me your hands.
911. There's a guy in a parking garage pointing a gun at people. I'm at the parking garage level.
Keep walking.
I think. Why are you backing me down? Dude. He's got a gun. He's backing me down. He's following me now. 911. Yes.
Index. 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 How you feeling, man? Calm.
More energetic than I was.
Yeah, a little heart up
Yeah,
a little bit. You look cool though, man. You look like you handled things pretty well. I kind of like where that went. So tell me, what happened? How this whole thing go down?
So I was coming from the hospital. I was walking, and there's a guy that looked like he was drunk or sick. He didn't seem like a threat to me, but I kept my distance from him, and I just kind of kept him behind me, kept him going, and then I kept coming. I saw a guy on a tailgate, and it didn't look like anything to be worried about right away until he started coming towards me. I couldn't really tell what was in his hand. He just kind of kept coming at me, so I just was trying to keep him at arm's length.
So not super dark in there, but dark enough where he had something in his hand, but you couldn't see it well?
Correct.
Couldn't clearly see it? Okay. But you carry a handheld flashlight?
I do.
Did you take it out?
I did not.
Did not utilize. How come you didn't utilize it?
I actually forgot about it.
Forgot you had it, okay.
I did. I knew it was there, and I felt that it was there before we started the scenario.
Yep.
But I just didn't think about it.
Tell me about what happened in the front of the car when he got close.
I felt that when he kept coming at me, it was a time when I drew, and I didn't point it at him. I just kind of kept it down in case I needed it.
In that space, do you feel like you could have got around him, or was he pinning you in a position where you don't think you could have got by him?
I think I could have gotten by him, just given the spacing, but it wouldn't have been optimal, obviously, because both cars are parked and kind of pinned against the wall there.
Sure. Did he get too close?
He did.
Yeah.
I mean, because I was literally arm's length with him, I probably should never have let him get that close.
Yeah, if he started pumping the blade or slicing, you're going to take some damage. And you are an ER nurse, right?
I am.
Have you seen people stabbed before?
Yes.
If he stabbed you 5 or 6 times, what do you think your chances of success in that dark area would have been?
Not good.
Maybe bad news. Okay, so you pulled the gun. Tell me what happened after the gun. What did he do when you pulled the gun?
He backed away. He started to back away more. Yeah. And I never actually had to aim at him. I just kept it there. Then he took his knife, that was a cell phone, and called 911 on me.
What would you change?
Well, I would change pulling my light out sooner, because I could have used that, 1, to identify what was in his hand, and then 2, I could have even just shined that in his eyes and just used that to kind of keep him back, because that might have just dazed him a little bit, and I could have gotten out of the situation.
Crimson Trace has lasers for all types of models of guns, but they also have universal lasers like the Railmaster and Railmaster Pro. If you've got a rail on your gun, you can put a laser and a laser light combo on there. Nice tool for you if you carry. Take a look at Crimson Trace.
The first thing I want to do is we're going to walk along. Now, you dealt with kind of a drunk dude. I thought you did fine. You kept your distance. But as we walk out here and we get to your vehicle, and you said this on camera, the first thing you notice is there's a guy on the tailgate, right? So for me, just like you, carry a full-time handgun, knives, into combatives, all these things. But if I get to a position in a dark parking garage and there's a guy that is so close to my vehicle that I'm like, this is not normal. This is not what I normally see. What are your options here?
I could just talk to him.
Exactly. Yeah, you don't have to go any closer than this. Say, hey man, what's up over there? You know, what are you doing? Now, granted, if this is low light, you're gonna have a hard time seeing. So, one of the things that I'm gonna recommend is you get a real deal carry light. I may get this business. Hey, dude, what's up? What are you doing near my car, man? You know, give him a little light. And this is a Surefire stiletto.
Yep.
Extremely bright. It's metallic. It's made of metal. It's heavy duty. I can strike with it. I can illuminate with it, and I can do all kinds of different things. But the point is, I have a choice here, right? So moving forward, we get out of here and you just pass him up because he's not sending it to you and you're like, I'm gonna ignore this guy.
Yep.
No big deal. You get into position. When you get here, can you sense that this is probably not a good area to get sucked into?
It kind of looks like a fatal funnel.
Yeah, it's a fatal funnel, right? Right. There's once we get in there, there's nothing to do but fight your way out. We get in here and you realize, okay, I'm kind of sucked in here. I have nowhere to go. And our bad guy starts to approach. Bad guy, if you start to approach, notice we don't really have a lot of control of him right here. However, if we change that with the right gear at this point, because we're already in here, immediately I'm controlling the situation. And this is, if you notice this, when he does this, this is legit. He's not looking a way to fake this. It's like if you take a second to look at my light, Alan, what I want to do is I'm going to shine my light at you here in a second. I'm going to do a little test for you. Okay. But before I do the test, I want you to tap my hand. Tap my hand, tap my hand, tap my hand, tap my hand, tap my hand. Oh.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yep.
So you gave me 3 seconds to do something that I might need to do. And the point is, I'm immediately controlling someone. When I'm shining my light at someone, it's not at the ground or whatever else, it's in their eyes. I don't want them to be able to look at me. I want to control them. Hey, back up, back away. What's in your hand? Back away. So I can see it's a cell phone with this light. So when you got to this position, I'm not opposed to a two-handed position where you're not covering someone. So I may compress the handgun, I may go muzzle down, but from here, go ahead and if you would, bad guy approach, he's already on top of me. You made the decision not to shoot, which wasn't necessarily a wrong one, assuming you knew he had a phone, but you didn't know what he had at that point in time. So go ahead and continue to close the distance. If he gets here, I'm in huge trouble, right? No matter what he has in his hands, because I have a handgun out, he cannot get that close to me. From here, we can always go muzzle down. And as he comes closer, you're gonna rotate that lead hand off and then pull the handgun back. Okay, and now you can start to do something with that hand. You can defend, and you may have to shoot, which is why when I pull it back, the gun is in a shooting position. So if he gets too close, I could be shooting in his lower body area. And once again, I have two planes of existence. My hand is up here so I can strike, defend, do whatever else with it. I can still be shooting down here without worrying about shooting myself in the hand. It's not a classic close quarter position, which is dangerous because we can't use the other hand. And one of your comments was, well, I'm afraid that if I utilize that weapon mounted light, I'm gonna be pointing the light at him. But here's the deal. Your handgun is already out, right? It's brandished to this point in time, and we're talking about splitting hairs, whether or not is a muzzle here, is a muzzle here, is a muzzle here, is a muzzle down. But when if I had a weapon mounted light that's the right kind of weapon mounted light, I can activate that light, and that illumination itself is going to wash up and probably show me what's in his hands. When the gun's out, right? Use the gun if you need to use the gun by pulling the trigger, or use the tools on the gun if you need to use the tools on the gun. And the light is simply a tool on the handgun.
For concealed carry, if you're looking for the perfect gun, there are a variety from Ruger, whether that's a single stack LC9 or the new Max 9 or an LCR revolver, a lot of different options for you. You want something that you'll carry all the time, but's dependable and holds plenty of ammo. Ruger has a lot of options for you.
So we already gave Alan some low light tips, and I want to teach you a real easy way to index your flashlight if you're using a neck or a temple index. Now I call this the one-handed eye index technique. So what I want to think about immediately with my flashlight is, when I'm illuminating the target and then utilizing my handgun, I want to put my handgun in a position and have the light in a position that allows me to both see the sights, hopefully put as much intensity or brightness of that light into the threat's eyes, as well as not shadow the threat. So let me show you what I mean by shadow the threat. So if I build an index position, and a lot of folks will work on a cheek index, or a neck index. If I build a low position on my body, for example, the old school neck or cheek index, you immediately see a shadow on the target. And the reason the shadow is there is because all that light is washing off the back of my hand. So when I'm using the one-handed eye index technique, I like to take the hand with the light and I like to slide it up my face, and there's going to be a point where when I get to the right spot, I'm going to very brightly illuminate my sight so I can see my sights crisp and clear, and most of my light is going into the eyes of the threat. I'm also dropping that shadow, which allows me to see what they're doing or see what they have in their hands. And that's super important because remember, if this shadow is over the center of the target, that's going to stop me from being able to verify, is this a remote control or a cell phone, or are they actually armed with a firearm or knife? So to practice indexing, all I want you to do is compress the handgun, work on your search technique, shine your light around the room, look for shadows or doorways or whatever else, and then slowly practice bringing the light to your face and make sure you're bringing it to a place on your face where it illuminates your sights and drops that shadow. Now, when you bring your light up there, if the light is too low and you shadow the target, simply slide your hand up and then learn what this position is. When you get good at this, you can very quickly build the position and fire your shot, and then you can incorporate dry fire where you're firing shots on the target, and then of course you could scan or do whatever else you need to, okay? That's the one-handed eye index technique. You don't need to go to the range to learn it. You could drill this dry and repetitively over and over again to build the habit of indexing the light where you need to see your sights, illuminate the threat, and do your job.
Springfield Armory XDS is still a very popular carry gun, and now they have it optics ready with the Hex Wasp on top. Nice single stack, easy to carry gun with an optic. Nice package from Springfield Armory.
First Person Defender, brought to you by Colt, Ruger, and Crimson Trace. Alan is using his skills to get to his vehicle after a long day of work. Is he able to deploy his skills against a prepared attack?
I told you. I told you I would. Man, I promise I'll bring you milk. All right. All right. See you later.
Hey, what are you doing?
What you got there?
Huh? What do you mean, what do I
What do you got in your hand?
Hey, what are you doing?
Hey, stay back.
Hey.
I said stay back.
Whoa, hey, you got a
Back.
knife?
Back. Back
What
up
do you got,
now.
dude? God, that's
Back
cute.
up.
Oh, yeah, you got it.
Back up.
That's funny.
Back up.
You know, because see, you got a light.
Back up.
I love it. We just want your money, we want your keys. That's all we want.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
want you to back up or I'm going to light you
just
up.
give us your
It's
car
cool.
keys.
You got a light.
Back up.
You got a light. I got a knife. Oh.
Get away. You okay? I'm going to call 911 for you. Yeah, I was involved in a...
Index. Well, walk us through this one. Tell us what happened.
come into the scenario, and some guy was just talking on his phone. Didn't see anything with him. He was just talking. I tried to skirt around him as much as I could, but then this other guy popped up, and he started coming and talking to me, and then I noticed that the other guy started inching his way in, and then I saw that he was also carrying something. And then I grabbed the stiletto, and I could definitely see what they had.
Yeah.
And
What'd they have? What'd he have?
the guy that I ended up shooting had a silver knife that was about that long, and then he had a little crowbar, the other guy. And it kept him at bay, and I didn't have to shoot the other guy with the crowbar, but my decision point was I definitely saw what he had, and he started coming at me. He was not arm's length, he was maybe 7 feet away, and that was close enough for me. He didn't obey the commands that I gave him,
Right.
and then I was kind of trying to back into that wall a little
What
bit.
were you telling him?
I said, let me see your hands. I think I said, well, what do you show me what you have? And then back away, back away, back away.
Did you have anywhere that you could have gone to?
I could have gone back the way I came.
Yeah.
And I contemplated that because that would be an easy exit. And then I was just going to go through the scenario or go the other side.
What about after the two guys were there, though?
I didn't. I was thinking that was my car, so I would stay at my car and I would stay at the scene because I did have a shooting and I would have to stay there.
So you engaged knife guy, and then the other guy. What happened then? What did he do? Did you?
I saw that he started to move.
Yeah.
I heard him drop the crowbar, and when I looked at him and pointed the light at him, he had taken off.
Okay. After the shooting occurred, he took off. Tell me what happened next. What'd you do then?
I made sure he was gone.
Yep.
I wanted to. Maybe he dropped the crowbar to get something different to come back, but I didn't see him after that. But then I made sure that the guy on the ground was truly down.
Right.
And he didn't seem like a threat anymore, but I also wanted to remove his weapon from him.
Great job overall, man. What are your takeaways in this experience?
My takeaways primarily are distance is the biggest thing. It gives you time, and I just need to be more cognizant of that. Like you said, it's very easy just to let people get very close to you, where, our society is a personal space. This is about, our personal space, and anything inside of that is deadly.
Hey, thanks for watching First Person Defender. Did you know there are more ways to follow what Gun Talk's doing? Like guntalk.com, gundealio.com, the Gun Talk podcasts, and the Gun Talk email newsletter. Follow us, interact with us. Thanks for watching.